had a tough life growing up. I was born a fighter, really. And when I came into that school, I just can't thank my mom enough for bringing me here. They did no sign, but they had a heart for me, and they knew that I needed to come here to get that assistance that I needed, even though it was a painful path. I was abused and sexually molested as a child, and when I came into the deaf school, I was really intimidated, and I was afraid. I was a smaller guy, and I really had this identity of not being able to do anything, and I was extremely shy. And I can never thank Grace enough, Grace Nunley, where I went to church. She was the one that shared a quote with me, my favorite verse, that says that you can do anything when God gives you that strength. And I was able to keep that in my mind throughout the years. And it doesn't matter that I went through pain. I stepped aside from that feeling and pitying myself and was able to give myself that belief. And I took that from Grace. So right before I would compete, I would always recall that verse and know that God was there with me, supporting me through every endeavor. Also, I'd like to thank Mike. He was a wonderful role model for me. I can never, ever forget. It was getting close to the time that I was going to be leaving the deaf school because I was really just mentally struggling and I was going to leave. And I was ready to go home. I was grieving. I just really had lost it. I didn't know where I stood or how I could really even face the world. And Mike sat down with me and said, "Can we talk?" And I said, maybe, you know. And so I shared, that was the moment when I shared some of my history. And Mike didn't really know what to respond to that, but he asked me what my vision was for myself. And I thought about it, and I thought about who I was as a person, and what my passion was, and what my goals were, and what I really wanted to strive for with the team. And I thought, if I left the deaf school, I would not be able to contribute to the team. And so for the team, I stuck with it and moved forward. And I remember that year, that was in 86 and 87. That was when we went to another deaf school to compete. And this other team was, I don't want to say, you know, one was better than the other. I think we felt like it was very natural. We were just playing another deaf school. That day, when we finished competing, we had literally, we killed. I forget how many awards we won that day between hurdles and relays, etc. But, you know, that experience really inspired me. Then in 1988, Mike let us know that we were not going to be competing against deaf schools anymore because our team was just too strong. And we were a bit disappointed, but from there on out, he told us we would be versing the public schools. And he said, but it's an advantage to you because you will improve on your own running because you've got that level of competition there. And I didn't realize that. And there I was able to compete in the long jump and hurdles as well. But quite honestly, not to boast, but I won repeatedly through the year. Nobody was ever able to beat me. In 89, we went into sectional championships. I was first. I held the record as well. Then I went on to regionals. And that night, I was extremely nervous. Now, and I just tried to believe that it was going to be a good experience, and I did. We had a good experience that year. And then in 1990 was my senior year. You know, I just can't thank my team, honestly, enough. The spirit they had, the motivation, the drive. I mean, that was the best team that I was ever able to be a part of. And then there was Mike always there pushing us and feeding us positive messages to keep us going until the end when we reached the tournament. As a runner, I was first in hurdlers, and then I went on to regionals. But honestly, you know, we actually had 5 runners 5 runners that competed in different events that went on to regionals. And I know, the general public looked down on us and thought there was no way that we could do it, but we just stuck together and tried to be humble and fought for the team. And we had a lot of firsts, which of course raises your score when you're competing on this level. So Lamont was this fantastic shot put guy, and he really got a lot of points for our team because he got first, and then we went on to my 300 relay. And at that time, Mike was getting a little antsy. He was a little nervous. He was following the score. He was figuring out the statistics. And there was a father there that said, "It's okay, Mike, it's all good, we can get it together." So he was able to come and talk with the team, and he said, "Let's just pull it together, guys, for the team." So Damian Martinez was first. He was a junior, I was a senior. So he was in the opening race. It was a relay. I was the second runner of the relay. And then we actually were able to catch up and start to really compete and pass. And then our final runner came through and was able to push ahead. And here we never thought that we'd really be able to have a championship. We were just worried about our best time. Then I got a record as well, and it was so fantastic. But I just didn't realize that we even won the championship, that we had tied with one of the public schools. And here we were, 5 runners. But I tell you, faith is everything, and that's what enabled us to do that. It was the most thrilling moment. I will never, ever forget that. I mean, we had such a celebration. We went over to Domino's Pizza, and we talked, and we ate, and we laughed, and just reviewed all the memories. So I just want to thank Mike as well as Ann Rifle, because I've always felt so thankful to have her there. She's always there supporting us as players. I also want to thank Jackie, because she was an additional person that was always there supporting us. And of course, thanks to my mother, because without her, I wouldn't be here today, and I would not have ended up at the Dutch school and even having that regional championship. So there's no telling what my life would have been like. So I just have to thank you, Mom, for your spirit, your dedication, your commitment to me. You mean so much to me. I love you.